All right, Rob Parker says that Dan Campbell is a bad coach. He said the reason did the Lions lose when they lost to the 49ers, it was because of Dan Campbell. And I'm not saying it wasn't, but he's saying, and the reason the game was so close against the Packers on Thursday Night Football was because of Dan Campbell. All right, he said he's a bad coach, and it will cost them in the playoffs. And he also said he's worse than Brandon Staley. Stop it, Rob Parker. Brandon Staley has never had the Chargers this consistent being a good team the way Dan Campbell has had the Lions. I don't think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anybody's ever came back on the Lions being down 27, 28 points like Brandon Staley allowed the Chargers to get beat in the playoffs versus the Jaguars. I don't think that's happened in a playoff game or a regular season game. And also, this isn't a franchise that is a good franchise. This is the Detroit Lions. Like, when have they, even before it was considered the NFL, have they ever even been to a championship? Somebody let me know. I don't think so. Maybe one or something. I don't think any. But, yeah, I don't think it's any. I'll have to check that up. But, so you're not just going to come straight in and name one head coach that came straight in and as new as a coach as he is, because he ain't been a head coach that long. A head coach that's been a head coach only as long as him. He just won a Super Bowl as a player only when the Saints won a Super Bowl 15 years ago, which isn't long, not long. I don't think he became a head coach right after, so he ain't been a head coach that long, okay? And, yeah. So name me one coach who's came in and made a franchise who's known to be terrible and made them just win and took them to a Super Bowl. And you can say that, so you can't say Dan Campbell's a bad coach. Now, Andy Reid kind of did that. He kind of did that with the Chiefs, but the difference is he has a quarterback whose people is calling the greatest of all time, who can be the greatest of all time, Patrick Mahomes, and he was already a good coach before he ever got to the Chiefs, and he took another franchise to the Super Bowl, who's never won anything. The Chiefs won a Super Bowl, the Eagles never won. The Eagles been there, but they never won. Chiefs already won. So he did it with the Eagles. He didn't get the W, but Patriots was cheating. I'm always going to bring that up. But would he have beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl if it would have been Eagles versus Steelers? Probably not. But the Eagles still never been a good franchise. They're not as bad as the Lions, but they're not as good as the Chiefs. So he kind of did that with the Chiefs, but he's already a good head coach. And got the quarterback who is arguably the best quarterback of all time, a tight end who's a top 5 tight end, Travis Kelce, all-time receiver in Tyreek Hill when he got the first one with them. So no coach has just come in any franchise, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, who's known to be terrible and just turned it completely around and made them the winningest team in the NFL. And he's doing good already. Like, he's doing good. You can't call Dan Campbell a bad coach, and he don't got no player of the magnitude of Calvin Johnson. There's not one player on the Detroit Lions right now who you can compare to Megatron. That caliber of a player. Not saying none of them can't get there or that good, but there ain't no player that, when you name people people's gonna be like, like Megatron, how you used to talk about Calvin Johnson. Not one player, very good players, but not one player like a Barry Sanders on the Detroit Lions right now. So yeah, you can't say he's a bad coach. And still, with that being said, having him at 12-1, having him in the NFC Championship, and showing consistency and coming right back the next season, and being 12-1 again, and number one seed in the NFC. Let me know what y'all think, though. Do y'all agree with Rob Parker that Dan Campbell is a bad coach? Or do y'all agree with me that it's just going to take him time to really get this franchise there? I don't think he's a bad coach, even if the Detroit Lions go to the NFC Championship 3 times in a row and lose. It's the Detroit Lions. Like, whoever expected them to be this far? Now, they got really good players and they're really good, but they had Matthew Stafford, who's a Super Bowl champion, and Megatron, and Adonican Sue, and more players, and never went to the playoffs except one time. So, you don't expect nothing out the Detroit Lions. And he is coming and fulfilling Detroit Lion fans' dreams. So I don't know why Rob Parker is hating on his hometown team head coach. Yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. Please like and subscribe, and also share the video. And thanks to all my subscribers that's already been here for these 4 years that I've been making videos, man. And yeah, and shouts out to all the new ones that subscribe and everybody that's going to subscribe. Let's run the numbers up. Let's go, man. Peace out.